Hi, my name's Joel. This is the description of my response piece. I was responding to Elizabeth Hunter, and her piece, it was a skull featuring a colourful crown slash candle crucifix, and it also had a third eye on the skull. When I first saw the skull and also the colourful crown, the first feelings I had were to do with the Mexican Day of the Dead festivals and celebrating death in a very sort of colourful musical way. And that sort of contrasted with how I felt about the third eye. I sort of I felt like I had two different ways I could sort of feel about this piece as a whole, but I ended up sort of combining them together with the idea that I guess your death trip, so to speak, your trip through life could also be like a mental journey, like opening your third eye for an internal trip inside yourself, whether that be a dream or an out-of-body experience or an acid trip. I've never had the experience of an acid trip, unfortunately, but I've seen enough Beatles videos to maybe get the idea of what's going on there. So when I played the song, I basically wanted to get that idea of a journey. And I sat down and put the skull on my table and grabbed my acoustic guitar and started playing to the skull, just to see what the skull liked and what it didn't like. Some things it just wasn't getting into, so I rejected those. Other things that me and the skull seem to have a connection with each other, so that's how the song sort of got built. The name of the song, "This Is Not an Exit," that ties in a bit too, because in a lot of books by Bret Easton Ellis, "This Is Not an Exit" is a recurring theme. I think within the first page or so of his first book, Less Than Zero, one of the main characters sees "This is not an exit" on a sign as he's driving along the freeway. And basically throughout all his books, characters see or hear those words at a point in their life where they're either subconsciously pushing themselves towards death, possibly, or they're having a nervous breakdown or inner turmoil where they don't quite understand what's happening either inside them or around them. And yeah, I think that works well with the piece, because when I saw the third eye, I had that thought about really getting to understand what all the feelings and responses that you have on top, on the surface, what the actual subconscious and then the internal process is behind that. So that's sort of where the title came into play.